Hi, welcome to a foreigner in the Philippines. Well, every so often I get a letter which I just have to share. I don't. I got this letter which I saw today, and it just made me. I laughed through the whole thing. It's a great long letter which I won't. I won't. I won't burden you with the with all of it. But it's from a man who is living in Holland, and he says, to tell the truth, I've looked into many Asian countries like Japan and China and Singapore and Vietnam, but I don't see myself living there and having a future. I never really liked hot, humid environments. I am so spoiled by the Dutch comfort zone way of life that it's not easy to move to other countries. Anyway, he goes into the mosquitoes and the heat and all of that, but then he goes on after that. But somewhere along my lifespan, I came across the Philippines, got introduced to it in 2013 and started to be interested. So, he said, I believe the Lord has everything to do with why he introduced me to the Philippines. He says, I like and dislike. I prefer to move to a European country with the toilets that I am familiar with. This brings me to the subject of poop squatting. I think, I don't know why poop is so funny, but the way he describes it, I think you'll agree. But you can always cut the video off. He said, I think that a certain kind of people are not in the physical condition to live in the Philippines, those who are fat. Now, those who are unable to bend their knees, those who are old, drive around in wheelchairs, and those who are old, fat and with stiff knees, and who are not rich. There are 4 basic needs that is required for a lovely stay in the Philippines or China and such. The need for water, food, shelter and poop. All the rest is secondary. Problem. My mother is 74 years old. She is still healthy. She cleans the house, shops, cooks, and bends over slightly without a problem. She has a normal toilet, Western or American, that enables you to sit like in a chair with a hole in the middle. Easy to use without too much muscle, or without too much muscle pressure on the legs and knees. Losing the balance is therefore not an issue. It takes no acrobatics for the people to poop. Do you actually think that my mother will benefit from a vacation in the Philippines? This is a serious deal breaker. One should not take this information lightly. Why don't I never hear travel agencies talk about this issue for the elderly travellers? To be honest, if I had a colostomy, a poop directly into a bag through a tube attached to the belly, it would be a significant positive thing. It allows me to never going to take a shit in a squatter toilet. Walking in the province and visiting the area and the locals is just as easy as being in the city. I never thought of it this way. Anyway, Terence, I know that the Lord brought me on the path of the Philippines, but I wonder, I'm healthy too. I can walk and run and bend my knees slightly, and I'm slender. But I've got trouble bending my knees too far. It's a physical issue. My knees cannot handle it. What am I to do? I think it's time to invent a practical solution. Tie a bag to my butt while bend over slightly? Would it work? Bring along my own little chair made out of short metal sticks that I can unfold and carry in my backpack. Will this issue be my deal breaker? I don't know whether I should read the next bit. My brother in Scotland had a colleague who had a serious weight problem. He was a huge with a big belly and a big A. He was always kind of sad and gloomy. He had no friends or other workers who wanted to be close to him. It's true, my brother Mike said. There's a certain strong odour, a smell of he radiates. This attracts more dogs than humans. It would be better if he got a job in a local zoo. Anyway, to address the issue of fat people and their challenges, my brother, Mike, felt sorry for him and decided to have the discipline to be around him and communicate. strong fellow. After a while, the colleague confided in Mike and poured out his heart. The reason why he always stinks is simply because he can't read Sid A. His arms are too short. Actually, his A is too big, but the truth is often not convenient. So when he visits the company toilet, he barely fits on the pot. The worst thing is he is unable to clean his butt. So he stands up after the load and pulls up his pants without a wipe. Now he tried to do some covering up by spraying a powerful perfume on his pants, but it wasn't a success. Do you have any idea how an alien outer space smells like? It's undefined. I just got a message. Well, I better leave that off because it only gets worse. But thank you for sending that letter, because it took me about 5 or 6 minutes to read the letter, and it had me laughing all the way through. So I'm still laughing. Everything else is secondary. Food, water and poop. Everything else is secondary. What a wonderful